What's going on, my people? So today I want to go over a topic that recently came up. And as you can see behind me, tomorrow is my birthday, and I won't be here tomorrow, so I want to film this today. So, what happens if you take over your parents' home? Uh, what are the process of doing that? So it's very simple. Uh, you can refinance the property under your name, but what things will be affected? Obviously, the interest rate will be affected because you'll go on market rate, and you'll also be affected in the tax base for the property. And that's what I want to go over today. The transitions. What happens if you take over your parents' house in the process? Like I said, you would just refinance it under your name, and the property would be in that new interest rate, whatever insurance you chose. Maybe you didn't want to take over your parents' insurance, and the new assessed value for the property. Do the taxes change? Yes. Why? They do change. The reason why they changed is because the property will get reassessed by the County of San Diego. The way this impacts you is, I'm going to give you some examples. So let's say this property, okay? This property got purchased on 2/4/20, basically a year ago, for $500,000. The person that owned it before that was their assessed value, the total assessed value, as you can see from the county, was $49,000. So their yearly property taxes were only $599 per year. So let's say this was your parents, and they bought this house in 1975 for, let's say, $30,000, and it went up 2% a year, and after 30, 40 years, it's assessed at $49,000. So they would only pay about $600 a year in property tax. But now that there's a change of ownership, you would be reassessed, and you would be paying property taxes on the new value of the property. So this is how property taxes are calculated, okay? This is like the direct tax bill from the County of San Diego, and this is how it comes out. Now, this particular property is assessed right now, or it was assessed at the time of purchase for $49,000. And the tax rate for this property is 1.144%. So if you multiply this times this equals the 567. And then there's some extra charges. So yearly property taxes are $599 for this individual. What is important for you to take away from this is the tax rate for this property, which will never change, and the fixed charges. So in this particular case, you will see that the taxes will change as follows, okay? So the new assessed value, right now it is assessed at the purchase price your parents purchased the house. Your new assessed value will be off the new value of the property that the county will determine of what that value is. They won't set an appraiser. It just kind of goes by square footage and land and kind of dwelling size and so forth. They don't set an appraiser out there. I don't know if it's a computer or a person actually assesses these things, but that's how they're looked at. Your taxes will be increased by this amount, and this is how it's calculated. And this is probably the part I'm geeking out a little bit, but I want to explain it to you. So if the property currently is assessed at $49,000, and we know that the tax rate is 1.144%, it equals $599 a year. Value increase on this property was to $500,000. So now you multiply it by the 1.1. Now the property taxes are $5,755 a year. As you can see, it went up tenfold. Now, the difference between the two is $5,156. That's what you will be affected by, is the increase in the property tax of exactly $5,156. And if you pay it on a monthly basis, it's $429. This is how it's calculated. In this particular case, we know what the county assessed the property at because it was a sale and it already closed. But in your particular case, if you're taking over your parents' house, you need to see, talk to a realtor or just ask, what the comparables are in your area, and then you can kind of determine what the county is going to assess your property at, and then just multiply by your tax rate. Or better yet, just call Raul de la Vega at Patriot Home Loans, and I'll do all this math for you. Anyway, I hope this helps you. I hope this answers some of your questions. Again, Raul de la Vega, Patriot Home Loans with your Mortgage Minute. Talk to you later. Peace. It's my birthday.